today's cup of coffee, it's Super Bowl Sunday. And don't know about you all, but one of my favorite things was always the commercials, because I understood that this was, I don't know, over the years, because I think this is what, Super Bowl 58, which is how old I am. So you can, if you ever wonder how old Orlando is, find out what Super Bowl it's going to be, and then that way you can keep up with it. I think it works with the Olympics also. When I was a kid watching football and stuff, the commercials in Super Bowl was just commercials. And then it became a thing, a very lucrative thing. And you always have the people that are doing with the emotional, whatever it is. And, some of them I'm like, why would you spend millions of dollars to put some of these things out? And there's some that's good, some that's bad. Most of them are not memorable. A lot of them, it's got actors from yesteryear. And in today's year, a lot of those people have burned so many bridges. I don't care. I don't care a thing about Hollywood one way or the other. If the AI takes over and everything's CGI, that'd be okay with me. In fact, I think it'd be a little bit of karma. But you always had the Clydesdales. Boy, they shat in their nest, didn't they? They should have left us. Anyhow, I'm not going to go political. I could. Oh, God, I could. But I'm not. But one of the best ads that I have ever seen, Super Bowl or not, was in 2015. And this was for Loctite glue. It's a super glue. And it had been around for like 50 years, I think they said. I didn't take all the notes. But they had spent their ad budget for the entire year on a 30-second spot. And it was phenomenal. Not only was there a 30-second spot, but I'm going to leave you a link for a remix. And it is just, they call it the 12-inch dance mix. And I think that was intentional because there was more to the story than just what they had shown there in the, at the time of the Super Bowl. Just absolutely phenomenal. If you like unusual things. Now, if you want to see puppies and rainbows and kitties and whatever else, washed up actors, this may not be for you. It was just brilliant. They have such a variety of individuals in this. And let's see if I can get my pictures. I wish I could show you the thing, but I don't know how all that copyright stuff works, so I'd rather not. And starts out with all the fanny packs. I don't even think fanny packs were supposed to be a thing in 2015. They were. I was hoping that it was done by that point. Every now and then you still see people with the fanny pack, and if that's your thing, that's all right because they are handy. But they had a stigma at a certain point. Starts out with an old dude here. He's got his fanny pack. He pulls his Loctite out and puts a drop on a coin, which he puts on top of the, as far as the arm of a record player. Now, those of you who, God, I hope everybody in my audience has had experience with an actual turntable, but maybe not. Maybe not. And it's like, oh God, and then it's like, Orlando, honey, you just said she was 58, so. But that used to be a thing, that if you had a record that skipped over the grooves and stuff like that, as the stylus, what they call the needle, would start getting rounded down or whatever, you could put a coin on there, on the arm of it, so that it wouldn't skip. And there was all kinds of little hacks that you had back then to do that. So old dude does that, and then the magic truly begins. You've got, like I said, such a variety of characters here. Each one of them so unique. And like I said, this was 2015. This was not a matter of inclusivity. It was a matter of interesting people. We've got a world full of interesting people. Not this 1% that meets the current beauty standard, which I question. Well, let me tell you, folks, I'm representative of the 99. And it's just amazing. There's dance routines in here. The music is great. You've got this interesting, as far as like sort of techno reggae. I do wish I could have done the whole thing. So much creative imagery with this. I mean, you know, you got a little dude with the air horn here, and then the other little dude's head pops out of there. This was great. From my understanding, I had no idea who the young man on the right was, but apparently he was some kind of an actor. I don't know. And just the creativity of them having the drinks glued on the wall, and they just popped the lid down and, you know, and shared the drinks. That was just so much to it. This lady was amazing. As far as the dancing style, she ain't just my woman. Let's just face that's just reality. But let me tell you, she can move. That's true of a lot of us. This guy he was the, like, one of the main characters, and that he was supposed to be sort of like the singer-esque. So you had quite a few computer graphics in there. Just the camera tricks that were not as prevalent during the day. I love this one. And it's a little bit blurry because it's hard to get this. Showed this lady with this disc in her hand. She puts a drop of Loctite on it. And then on her pockets. Now, who amongst us has never wanted to glue Google eyes to our ass at some point in life? If you haven't, you haven't lived. Think about it. Just consider it. Because that's always keep your options open. That was great. So, on this Super Bowl Sunday, take a moment. I think the remix may last like 3 minutes or something like that. It's worth your time. And for this to have been from 2015, like I said, other than knowing that other ones was selling cars, or they was trying to pull at heartstrings, or trying to guilt me, or no, Loctite, they did it right. It's enjoyable. It's memorable. Every time I see a product, a Loctite product, I think of this ad. 9 years later. That's impressive. And there's actually, if you want to go down the rabbit hole as far as the ad company that did the work and stuff like that, they only had one other comment, which was from like 3 months ago, where they were discussing taking the risk, and some asshole had taken the time to sit there and go, "You failed." And I thought, fuck you. No, they didn't. It was great. So, of course, I countered his, sitting there and explaining what I've just explained to you. This is one of my favorite ads. Just randomly, I will go back, especially if you're having a rough day, go and listen to the Loctite ad. It will put a smile on your face. It's weird, it's quirky, it's wonderful. Enjoy your ball game. Let the cares of the world do whichever side, and if you ain't, get you some nachos and watch something else. You know, you can celebrate. You don't have to sit there and watch the actual game. There's plenty of entertainment in and out around the world. So, if you've had experiences with paranormal or supernatural, encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, if you would like to share your favorite Super Bowl ad, put that in the comment section, or if you're shy, you can send me an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com, and that will be there in the description box, as will the link to the video. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, do whatever you're supposed to do on this stuff. I still don't, all these years, and I still don't know how it works. What I do know that still works is to know that you're loved. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup. Bye.